GG.
That's my friend! And you're value!
It's about value today. Let's talk about value. Well, let's first talk about my solo queue for 10 seconds. I dropped from Platinum 3, I think, to Gold 1. That's how it's going. Okay, it's really bad. I played a bunch of different characters. Really, really bad consistency. Like, I know the problem, but it's very difficult to stay consistent for me. It just is, okay? When I go on a big loss streak, I feel like I just want to change my champion, and it's so bad because I practice this character. And it's difficult for me to believe in the 30-30-40. But I'll talk about it later. You'll see I'm going to get back to Platinum, of course. No problem. Just need to refocus, lock in, and that's it. And let's talk about value now. Also, I'm drinking water, which, how the turns of tables, no coffee. Well, I already had like 4 coffees, so I'm going to drink water for this, though. I feel like the coffee is a little bit too dehydrating. Yum, yum, water, very tasty. Tastes like nothing. Nothing. Let's talk about value, okay? Let's lock in. This is one of my favorite concepts ever. One of my favorite concepts in life, in league, in everything. And especially fitting for my position in ranked right now, okay? When you fail, it's the easiest way to handle failure is to understand why it happened, of course, you know? And it's not about really the logical reasonings. I can tell you the logical reasonings all I want, but if it's not translated into action, it's kind of useless. And value is the paradigm to understand it well, you know? What is value? What do I mean by value? In League of Legends, everything you do has a certain value attached to it. Every click, every last hit, every movement, every click of your teammates, every click of your enemies, everything has value. And at the end of the day, whoever kills the Nexus, that team had a higher value average, because value is always in connection with killing the Nexus. That's it. The only things that increase your value are things that make you kill the Nexus, and the things that decrease your value are the things that make the enemy kill the Nexus faster than you do, pretty much, or that hinder you from killing the Nexus, you know? It's a very difficult topic because it entails everything, but I think the idea itself still helps a lot. And I just love the idea, you know? It's not about how much time you put into a skill, for example. It's never about the time. Like, time is a concept that's important, you know? You're gonna have to put in time, but it's not the time that's gonna get you there. If you think about it, like, there's so many players who have like insane amounts of champion mastery points, and they put in over 10 years like 20,000 hours, and they're like stuck in silver, or like I'm stuck in gold, basically, you know? As you can see at the top, I'm stuck in platinum for basically 10 years, which is crazy. But I know the concept of value exists because every time I refocus and actually, you know, practice what I preach, I am getting results. And it's not just about teammates, because I'm going to talk about it in a different view, the 30-30-40. You know, a lot of people talked about it before, but I do like the concept. I want to touch on it as well in the future. Probably at the end of the month, actually. I have it planned. But value right now, it's very important. If you kill a turret, your value increases, you know? If the enemy gets your turret and you miss a roam, your value decreases. And at the end of the day, whichever team has more value wins the game. So which things are valuable? Imagine you get 300 CS in a game and you lose the game. Was that CS valuable now? Like, you have 10 CS per minute, right? Was it valuable to get that CS now? No. You messed up, probably. You know, it's not set in stone. It could be a game where you just lose automatically. But in general, if you focus too much on CS, you are going to sacrifice plays that had to be made in order for you to be able to kill the Nexus. And that means the CS was not valuable at all. Even though you have more gold, the gold doesn't mean anything until you spend it. And also, even if you spend it, it only means something if you use it to interact with the enemies with it, you know? So gold is very far removed from actual value. On the other hand, if you fall behind too much in resources, in gold, in XP, even if you try to do something, interact with the enemy, if they have more of it, they have a higher likelihood of using it to, bully you off some objective and come closer to killing the Nexus. So it's very complicated. But that is also, if you understand it, that is also why it makes sense that League cannot be solved in general concepts. It's impossible. Because into value, there's so many things that go into value. Tethering, pressuring properly, matchup knowledge, all of these things. If you know more than your opponent, you are going to get more value out of a situation. That's going to put you closer to actually killing the enemy Nexus. If you roam early with your jungler, get some early objectives, kill the enemy jungler, put him behind, maybe get Krugs, get dragons. All of this increases the chance that you're going to win. Imagine you get a dragon. All of the potential value of your teammates increases now, no matter what dragon. I feel like people undervalue the air dragon, cloud dragon, all that, because you get to things faster, and maybe it doesn't feel like it. It's very elusive, but it's actually incredibly strong, because you can, if you stay in base for 1 more second, you'll still be at the same spot that the enemy is. So you get a 1 second tempo advantage, which is crazy. I mean, tempo is one of the big names of the game of League of Legends, right? Yeah. And it's a little bit of a faith thing to understand value, to believe in value, and to use it. But League is very frustrating, right? So say you get extremely tilted, like I did, so I dropped down in ranked, right? That's why I dropped down in ranked pretty much. I tilted, played different random characters. I knew that it wouldn't work, but I don't know. I just defaulted to it to have an excuse, which I think that is one advantage this channel has over challenger players, because I can actually relate. I can actually relate to you all. I can relate to you all. I know how shitty it is, and your brain doesn't always do the logical thing. Even though you know what you should be doing, emotions come in, and it's very difficult. So after that happens, how do you recenter? How do you get back into the gameplay? I'm probably the least talented League player that has ever lived on this planet Earth. Look at my history at the top. Now, I made Diamond in Season 9, but it was on a Smurf on Kiana release. And that was probably one of the worst things I ever did, but I had to do it. I mean, it wasn't. It was actually a good thing, but it's still difficult for my League journey. That's what I'm going to say. For my real life, it was really good, because then I put League aside for a little bit. But for my League journey, it was terrible, because then I put League aside for a little bit, right? So I didn't actually learn much. Season 10, Season 11, Season 12, I barely played. Then Season 13, I played a bit more, and 14, I played a bunch. And now I'm back to hopefully playing a little bit, but it's very inconsistent. I learned Aurora a little bit, and now my Champion Mastery is here to carry a little bit of value. I can know certain matchups, what I can do in these matchups. I can get very max range QE combos, which always help a lot. I understand that if it's a skill shot matchup, for example, whoever hits more skill shots wins, right? So if I can hit my QE and they can only hit one ability, and I get my passive healing, that's where Aurora is really strong, right? If it's a melee champion, it's a different story. Those are all the things that you can learn, and the nuances of champion matchups, which I feel like are much more important than I thought before. After going on this loss streak, a lot of this was losing lane. Even though I got incredible farm after, did pretty decent macro and mid game. Apparently not good enough, but my macro I feel like improved a lot. But my champion mastery isn't there yet, so I can't be consistent pretty much, and I need to be consistent. We'll see how this goes. Maybe I'm gonna just end my life. We'll see. But if I don't end my life, I'm probably gonna get back up. Also, there's a new recentering of the MMR this season, so I don't know. Either way, winning in League of Legends, it's based on values. The only thing that's really, really great about this concept is that no matter what you think, the team that won the game had higher value. That's just a fact. Every single game. It's not a 50-50, in a way or whatever. You always know it had higher value. And from that point on, you can go look at why that was. And you can be pretty simple about it. I had 3 griefers on my team. Of course, the enemy team will have more value. But the other thing is that you can actually have enough value to carry as well, because people are going to make a lot of mistakes and decrease their value. A lot of people are focused on getting kills instead of killing the Nexus. So you can catch them off guard by trying to get kills, get yourself ahead, and then you can kill the Nexus instead. That's usually how challengers win when they smurf, right? They're not going to lose a 40%er. And it would be probably helpful to combine this video with the 30-40, but either way, you know, that's my take. Maybe it was unclear. I think I could talk about it for half an hour, but I also talked about a lot of different stuff in this video. I hope it was still like useful. Yeah, but I appreciate you watching. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day, you're having a good grind in solo queue. Compared to me, I'm completely getting cooked. I mean, on my Smurf I'm not, but I'm also not playing much there, right? I'm trying to learn Aurora, which is a very difficult character, so my value is automatically decreased if I play against something that's more easily to execute, like a Vex or something is a lot easier to execute. So if I play Aurora, I can't really expect to just climb fast, you know? I just really like this character, so if it costs me some elo, if it costs me some brain cells, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Enjoy.
Have they forgotten us yet, little lamb?
All still know us, though they try to forget. Soon, we will remind them.